Hi guys, it's Ray. Today we are going to heat press some sublimation prints. These are prints I got from Jessica at Butterfly Lane Designs. They're all Halloween prints, so I need to get them done like now. So I have Camp Crystal Lake, Elm Street, Dancing Clown, Friends, another version of the Hocus Pocus one, all of them kind of put together. I have Stitch as Beetlejuice. I have the Nightmare Before Christmas crew at the movies. I have Halloween, and I have a Stranger Things. So, I have an assortment of, those are curling just because I had them out of the envelope. She does print on A-Sub. I believe her sublimation prints are $3 each. If you want to do a couple and you just want to get an oven and a couple of cups to try it out, I have regular sub cups from Stainless Depot. I have green glow, blue glow. I just got in red glow yesterday, and I have some of the 20-ounce duos that should also fit these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go sit someplace comfortable once I decide which cups I want to use and get them all taped up, and then we're going to come in and we're going to run some subs. I'm still working on my taping method. I still haven't decided what I really like and what I don't. I watch so many people that just tape the seam, don't do anything at all to the top or the bottom, and run them through their tumbler press, and they come out perfect or pretty close to perfect every time. So I may do a couple where I tape less, a couple where I tape more. Obviously, I'm going to have to trim them all down. So, yeah. So I'm going to be a little bit taping these, but I'll be back. Okay, so I have them all wrapped. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's an assortment of glitters and just plain. I didn't use any of the duo ones. My press is heating up. It is set for 360 for 65 seconds. So it'll get pressed with the seam one way, rotated, pressed with the seam the other way, and then I will do each end for a little bit. I did try and tighten my pressure up a little bit more again. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to let this finish heating up and we'll get started. All right, it's beeping, it's ready, so let's get the first one in so it will shut up. Okay, that is definitely a tighter close. I'm betting that might be a glow one because I tested it with a regular one, so I don't know. We'll see. And I may not get through every single one of these tonight. I am closing in on time to go to work, so, I mean, in theory, I know exactly how long it's going to take, but, yeah. I've got myself in another, I'm going to be running late place again. I'm going to flip it, close it again. See, that pressure is more like what I see people going through when they do theirs, so maybe I've just had it not tight enough this whole time. I mean, I've gotten good results depending on which way I taped, but I've also gotten terrible results. I've only done this once so far. Looks right until I flip the video back. So I think with this, I'm just going to cut it a new vinyl piece to put over there and then epoxy it rather than let that one be a wasted cup. right? And kind of like knowing I can fix them with epoxy, I'm not all that like crazy about. I'm just going to do my ends for like 20 to 30 seconds. And no, I am not wrapping them in butcher paper. I never see anybody do that in a mug press or a tumbler press. I'm trying this more of the way I see people whip through these on like TikTok Live and everything else. Because it's gotta be possible. They all do it. This one is the dancing clown. And I'm not even going to go for a perfect peel. I'm just going to go for getting them open. Oh, my seam is lined up so bad on this. Why didn't I realize that it wasn't on the cup? Oy. All right, so I'm actually, other than the fact that my seam has a visible seam, I am really, really happy with this one. Like, holy crap, though. I hope they're not all that far off. My top is pretty well lined up. Rotate it towards me. But my top is great. So I'm like not even gonna worry about that. That is definitely a sellable cup. And for some reason, I think maybe this is a red glow. I could be wrong though. I'm gonna try and remember to peel the stickers off as well as I go here. I'm actually fascinated because I can actually see, and I think this is the first one I did. Bear with me. I think this was the first one I taped, and I think I cut the top too short is what actually happened, because all the other ones I'm actually at the bottom or past the bottom, so I suspect that is in fact what happened here. And I'm kind of wondering if that's a red glow, because I haven't seen a red glow yet. So I'm going to pull out my nail lamp in a minute and go put that under it for a half a second and just check. Peeling these with gloves is such a pain in the butt. Oh, it's so cute though. So I just have a little bit of ghosting on my bottom edge, but honestly, I'm not that concerned with that. Some of the ones I would consider perfect on other people's look like that. Was that the first pass? Anybody know? Gotta be, because my nail lamp's on a 2-minute. So, I'm pretty happy with this. This one I know is on white. I wasn't going to waste a glue on something that was mostly white. So I'm going to pull that red glow in a second, show it to you. And then I think I'm just going to speed up or end the video because it's repetitive. Holy cow. Can see where it was dark, right? So, I definitely don't love the way I wrapped these. I may actually stop after this one and see if I can fix it while they're already on. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, my seams are pretty good. My top edge is pretty good. I'm just not caring for the bottom, except for the one that was the way I was doing them before. So I'm thinking about cutting the bottom off of them all and taping the top and the bottom. 20 seconds, 35 seconds, it's the same, right? I'm gonna shut the press right off. Oh, this one's cool. This one is very cool. And this one's a glow. I don't remember what color, but dang. That one is gorgeous. See, this gives me hope that I'm not that far off the mark, because the bottom edge on this is fantastic. Absolutely nothing wrong with this one. So I'm kind of stumped. Like, do I stop? Do I keep going? Either way, I'm going to stop for now, because I'm going to go get ready for work. And I will come back and let you know what I decided to do to finish these and show you the rest of the finished tumblers. Okay, so I'm back to finish these up. I did try 2 different methods of retaping them with mixed results. This one I didn't really trim the bottom, and you can see where I folded the bottom over, and I actually have a little bit of a void space at the top, so this one is unfortunately going to get inks. I don't know what color yet, because this one is a glow and I don't want to mess up the glow, but the image itself is fantastic. So that one's going to go in my to ink pile along with this one. So again, not a big deal. I mean, that is the bonus of doing epoxy too, is they are fixable. But this one, I trimmed the bottom as close as I could and taped, and it's great. So I didn't quite line my image up at the top, but it's not the end of the world on the back seam at all. But my bottom is flawlessly subbed, so I'm happy about that. I do have my last 4 ready. I don't really have high hopes for these, and I didn't really want to take the image completely off and try to even them out completely, because that just seemed like something that would be a disaster. So it's early. I only slept for a couple hours, but I really need to get these done because I have a lot to do today. So we're gonna run these 4 through, see how they look, see how many I need to fix, and try and get fixes slotted into my schedule somewhere. I am liking the increased pressure I gave it. I'm liking the way I did the short press at the top and the bottom. So, I mean, I guess if I get like half of these good, I'd be happy. This one's pretty good too, all things considered. It's a little uneven at the bottom, but not enough that I'm going to worry about it. I think this one's a glow. I love it. I love the colors on that one. But it is the NBC characters at the movies. And it's kind of cute, but... Alright, we'll shut this down. Always make sure you turn off and unplug any of your presses when you're not using them, just for safety's sake. Okay, so this was another one where my bottom is not quite perfect. But the image itself is phenomenal. It says brains. So I'll have to decide if I want to touch this one up or not. And it's kind of evenly messed up, but that doesn't make it okay. So all in all, I guess I have 7 that are good, 2 that are definitely getting touched up, and 1 that is questionable. So it could have been worse, right? So I'm still not great at this whole sublimation thing. I'm learning. What I learned from this batch of 10 is I had dialed in a method that worked for me the last go around. I dialed in a method that worked for me, and then I watched other people. And, well, that works for them, so I'm going to do it that way. And it doesn't work for me. I don't know how it works for them. I really don't. I'm truly baffled, because they're doing it exactly like I did, like this. Their bottom should look like that, and they don't. So, lesson learned. I have 8 more sub tumblers coming this week for a video that's I have to do with a different paper. And so I'm going to make up some new designs of my own, be ready to cut when those get here. And I'm going to do every single one of them my method and hope for the best. I am also I'm gonna stop watching other people do them for now, I think, or just block their method out, because obviously I'm getting in my own head when I do that and making mistakes. So, but all in all, I'm not that displeased with these. I really should have just stopped pressing after the first one, or I should have wrapped one and pressed it instead of doing all 10 at once. But you live and learn. It's a new technique for me. We're not all great at everything right out of the gate. And I'm actually overall pretty happy with how good this group came out. So if you just want to do a couple subs, or you want to do a ton of subs, but you don't want to do your own printing, definitely check out Jessica's prints at Butterfly Lean Designs. Because really, sublimation is something you can do in a very small space if you have to. The sublimation setup takes up like a quarter of the space that I need for epoxy, probably less. So, but yeah, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I'm going to flip you around, bring you down, and let you see all of these. Okay, so this is all 10 of them. The print quality on these was fantastic. The colors are all spot on. So there we go. That is it. This one I'm definitely going over, and this one 100% for sure. Possibly this one, because these are so glossy anyways. It's not going to make that big a difference if I put a coat of epoxy over those. This one is an orange glow or red glow, so it's going to be a little bit more obvious that I went over it, but these ones I am all pretty happy with. This one's got a little bit here, but definitely not enough that I'm going to go over it. So that is really it. Thank you for watching.